Hey YouTube, coming at you with everyone's favorite cup, the Spring Cup, and I've never seen so many 10 out of 10 on videos before, but I get it. This meta has 10 to 20 Pokemon, and 3 of them are on the screen here, but 8-game win streak in a row with this team. So I actually led poliwrath. I thought it was either dewgong or poliwrath. Both are good leads, and both are good save swaps, and this is kind of how I built the team. Yes, you're double weak to electric in dewgong and poliwrath, but there's only Lantern realistically. And you have Dynamic Punch on Poliwrath that you can counter Dynamic Punch, and the Drill Run super effective on Lantern. So you can like work around it, and in a couple of these battles you will see I do work around it. But they're both like Dewgong and Poliwrath, decently bulky, hard hitting, can grab shields, and that's what you need. And then roserade in the back there. You also double weak to flying in the back, right? So something like Tropius could be a bit of an issue, but you have Icy Wind for that. Poison Jab's hit super effective there. That's the thing with this meta. Like, there's so many, with 3 typings, you have so many things that like hit super effective against each other. So here's a prime example, right? I come in there, I was hitting super effective with the ice shards. They eventually come in here. I have the drill run for it. My fast move is resisted, but I'll get the drill runs off. If they're running Scald and Acid Spray, I don't need to worry about the charge move, right? And there's the charge move. Okay, they lower my defense a lot, which is fine. I'm still going to grab a shield here. And then we'll decide what we want to do after with the shield advantage, because they're going to have to shield or give up switch, and I don't expect them to give up switch. And the question is, can I get to a second one? Because if they just acid spray me again, now 4 times lowered, I expect them to be able to take me out. That's fine. I'll probably come again. Same thing, Poliwrath. Counters resisted. They're low enough that I'm going to get to an ice shard, icy wind. So they're going to acid spray me. Fine. I don't care. Have shield advantage already, so if the Trevenant comes back in, I'll be able to throw it against them. They may be close to a move, but this will do super effective, or grab the last shield, and if they grab the last shield, I'll probably instant swap anyway, quite honestly. Yeah, so I do into roserade. Out comes Empoleon. Empoleon is a little tricky because it resists the poison. I'm running poison jab. Bullet Seed and Weather Ball are the community day move for roserade, but I took off the fast move for another tournament that I was in. So get the grass knot off, blocked, get the second one off. Not enough to take out, but enough to take out. Holy smokes. Enough to take out, which is actually huge, because now I can shield this up and just commit to the counter down for the win. So roserade, that is a neutral grass knot, basically one-shotting, essentially, an Empoleon. So huge there. So I did it. Okay, I've had both. I thought I remember, because I remember this matchup specifically having the drill run on the Empoleon. So I thought I led dewgong. But I guess for the first one, maybe I didn't. They're both good in this meta. I'll probably live this. I do live this, right? So there is the second one, and they make a great catch on the Trevenant. So really nice catch on this drill run. But I'm just going to outpace here, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess they got the 1 claw at the beginning. So that's 6. That's just a seed bomb. Right? That is very resisted. Because grass and poison both resist. Sorry, I'm still not over this. I don't know what this is. Anyone a doctor out there? It's not COVID. I tested for COVID. It was weird. I think the symptoms that I initially had were in isolation. So I started with like a massive headache and a really upset stomach. But I think that was a mixture of like going to bed at like 12:30, like multiple nights in a row, and downing Red Bulls because I don't drink coffee. So I think that was just like my stomach was not happy with that. So that was fine. That was for a couple days. And then this is the second time I've had this. So I know it's not COVID because I tested. And it's not anything major because I've had this before. But what happens is, it started with like a really sore throat. So I'm taking like Avocol, cold and sinus. And then after a couple days, it's basically from the second I get up until 8 p.m., 9 p.m., I'm fine. Like, barely any symptoms. Barely barely any congestion, barely any symptoms. And then the second 9 o'clock hits, my like back of my nose, like you know that like it's gonna be a little graphic, but you know how like your nose and throat kind of connect in that back of your like back of your nose, back of your throat there connects, like instant like mucus stuffs up my nose, and then my like voice, you can already start to hear it go. My voice just like starts going, and my like throat gets all scratchy, and that lasts from basically 8 to 9 p.m. through the night. I take like cold and sinus before I go to bed and put on like a nose strip to breathe, and then I struggle all during the night, and then I wake up, and the second I wake up and like sit up, I'm fine for the rest of the day. It's such a weird thing, and I've had this before. I had it like a few months ago, and it just kind of like worked itself out. I had this for like 4 or 5 days, and then it just like stopped, and I figure that's what's gonna happen again here. Because again, during the day I was fine during the day, but like as I'm doing this now, I can like feel it in the back of my nose and back of my throat. As we get into why are the battles messing up? As we get into nighttime here, because it is currently 8:46 on Sunday night, the day before. I've been so bad. Okay, yes, you're gonna get a lot of. I think I've got a bunch of teams. I haven't been playing all my sets. I feel like that's a smarter thing, so I don't get as burnt out, because I like the grind to legend, but what I didn't like was I grinded to legend, and then I had 4 weeks last season where I just like did not play the last 4 weeks of the season. So I'm trying to go like a little slower. Don't force myself to play like every game, every set like I used to, and just kind of take it one by one here. In this match, don't throw a move, just come out with 2 icy wins. So you'll get hit with 2 if you have a non-shadow poliwrath, you'll get hit with 2 drill runs, you'll live, but just take those 2 drill runs, come out with 2 icy wins for the trophies that comes back in. What was I saying? Yes, so there was like yesterday, I did 1 set, and that's enough for me. Again, this second week of this meta, I'm at like 23. I went on you're going to see a lot of good teams. You're going to see actually a lot of good and bad teams that I did well with no matter what, actually is what you're going to see. So I'm up to like 23. My starting elo was like 2070 something. And I'm up to 2360, 2370, just in the meta. And again, not playing every single day, just like going at my easy pace here. But I've been doing really, really well. So yeah, we'll keep this going this week slowly. I've got probably, I don't know when I'm going to post the videos, because I'm shooting this Sunday night for Monday morning. So I don't know if I'll get to a video for Monday afternoon, but you're going to have at least a couple Tuesday, Wednesday, which again, these views on these videos are terrible, but it's kind of expected with this meta, so I'm not too upset about this week. This week's just also taking it easy on the game, taking it easy on the videos. But yeah, like I got ahead. I actually did Saturday's video and Sunday's video last week, and I took like 3 days off filming. Half of them were just not that I wanted to take it off. It's just that we had like a lot of stuff come up. Like last night, not that it's a bad thing, but like my wife and I went out with some of her friends, couple friends, went to a bar last night, so I couldn't shoot last night. And Friday night, what happened Friday night? Oh, usually I shoot during the day on the weekends. Saturday and Sunday, I usually try and shoot because I'm home. I try and shoot when my son's sleeping. But one of our friends is going through a pretty scary health crisis right now. So they're in the hospital. She's in the hospital. So her 4-year-old daughter has been with us like the last couple weekends. So I haven't been able to shoot during the day on the weekends. So I have not been able to keep up with these. So that's why, even though I could theoretically be ahead, because I have, how many more teams do I have already? I probably have 3 or 4 more teams that I could upload right away. And I saw a couple submissions come in. I haven't looked at them yet. I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Look at the submissions to see what is submitted. Yeah, I just have not been getting ahead. If you're not running Dynamic Punch on poliwrath, you should, because of that reason right there. So yeah, you're seeing, like I said, I don't know if my 5-0 came up yet, but I started 8-0 with this team. And a couple good workarounds here. Like, I know I haven't been talking about, I know people always say, you should talk about the battles more. And I will for some of the future ones, but today just seems like a random, let's talk about whatever. But yeah, I started like 8-0 with this team. And then I lost a couple. Because you're double weak to Lantern on the Lantern, you're double weak to Tropius and other Pelipper and stuff like that. So you gotta deal with some of this stuff. I hope if you guys did primals, I really want to. Again, I would have gone out and done primal raids today, but we had the 4-year-old over at our house, so I had to watch her all day, so I could not do any of the primals, which I really wanted to, because I eventually want to get back into Master League, but it just does not seem like an anytime soon thing here. And that's it. And then we got this week, and I think it's open. Haven't even checked the thing. I'm pretty sure it's open. Great League, Ultra League, and Master League next week. Is that true? Yep. Open, Great League, Ultra League, Master League, which is great. Love it when it's open, all three. And then it's Easter, but it's also Ultra Premier. And I wonder if they posted the rankings yet. I'm really excited, but probably not because it's like 2 weeks away. Oh, they have Ultra Premier. So Ultra Premier is not surprising, the first two. Ultra Premier means no legendary, no mythical, stuff like that. So your Registeels, your Cresselias, your Guzzlords, all gone. However, with the current meta, it's still, I see the first like 6. I'm just like, yep. Taking out Shadows, because there's Poliwrath is number 1 and Shadows number 8, and Feraligatr is 2 and Shadows number 3, right? So, okay. But Poliwrath, Feraligatr 1 and 2, not surprising. Both of those are going to be super, super safe, and especially getting rid of Cresselia for Poliwrath is a nice help there. So that's pretty strong there. Mandibuzz, right? Mandibuzz is up there. Just got that XL bulk. But so there's still a lot of, so it's going to be a mix of like Pokemon that are just like strong that aren't XL. So Feraligatr, Annihilate, Goodra are in the top, but then a bunch of XL Pokemon. Poliwrath, Mandibuzz, Skarmory, Pidgeot, Dragalge. Is that? Tentacruel, Lantern, and then Dragonite should be, Dragonite I think is going to be super strong. Stunfisk, Galarian Stunfisk, if you don't have Registeel, I've been using Stunfisk, so you have that. There's your regular Swampert at 20. It's funny how much Swampert has fallen. Like, if this was a limited meta, no Giratinas, right? If this was 2 seasons ago, no pre-Poliwrath bump, no Giratinas, no Cresselias, no Feraligatr boost, Swampert would be like number 1 in this meta, and no Goodra boost, right? So there are a lot of things that, again, people always said, like, why is, you got to ban Swampert? Swampert's been number 1 ranked for like 50 seasons, and it has. So it's not bad that it's fallen to like number 22. But yeah, it's really, really, really tough to use Swampert. I in the Great League, I would use Poliwrath, I would use Quagsire, and I would use Whiscash. And there's my 5-0, so this was part of my 8-0 run. I would use those all before I'd use Swampert right now. And Feraligatr, right? You just have so many things in Poliwrath, Feraligatr, Goodra, that just like are really, really tough for Swampert. So it's definitely fallen, even though they don't need to like nerf Mudshot, Hydro Cannon, and Earthquake. They just need to get like stuff that it can't hit super effective against, or even neutral against. But yeah, then you got some like other XLs, Greedent, Superior, Talonflame, and then you got some normal non-XLs, Obstagoon, Venusaur, Aurorus, Skeldurge, Empoleon's on here, Gallade, Shadow Machamp. So it should be an interesting, I think there's enough in this meta, like not having to worry about Cresselia and Giratina really helps Pokemon that I just mentioned down there, right? I mean, it does help Swampert, but it helps helps like and Registeel even actually more so. But like your Shadow Machamps, even Venusaur, not having to worry about Giratina. So there's a few on here that would definitely you has way more play than it would if it was open Ultra League. So I'm actually really excited to try Premier. Even though Great League is on that week, I'm probably gonna play Premier a lot because I think that'll be fun. I think this is the first time we've had Ultra League Premier back in a while. So I think it'll be really good to play that and test that out. As I think we're on one of the last battles here. Yeah, I did lose a couple. Dewgong Tropius. Probably not going to lose this one though, because this is a great lead, and doesn't matter what comes in. Ooh, they are super weak. I'm going to shield. I'm like, you're staying in, which means that the only reason you stay into double weak to ice is if you are really weak in the back to this. So I will just stay here. And they shield. And they finally get out. Tentacruel. Tentacruel is not bad. I get it because we've seen this in reverse, or not reverse, but we've seen this already. I had super effective Duron, so I'll take it out in 2. If they're just running Scald and an Acid Spray, it's not like they're going to do much to me here, right? So they've already burned 1 shield. So am I going to burn the second one here or take it out? If I take it out, I keep Switch. Now that Switch is super important. I guess it's kind of important. Mawile comes in. They are Switch locked. So I'm just going to, just get ahead on energy. And then if the Tropius come back, then I have an AC Wind. So that is it. Sorry for going off topic, but you got my whole health and life going on right now. But yeah, I'll pump out a few more of these this week. And then we'll go to the open leagues next week. So it should be a little more interesting. And I already have a couple other Great League teams. I still need to shoot those, but I definitely have those already. And then we will get into, whatever comes next. Whatever comes next. I should try to cover these events. I said I would cover the events. So I just got to keep up on these events when they happen to give you guys like videos. Because instead of doing like another crappy Spring Cup team that nobody is watching, like just give you 13 hours, 28 minutes in, 2,000 views, which is like pathetic, and 8.6% click-through rate, also pathetic, for my videos. But that's okay. What events do we have coming up? Let me just open up. If you're still around, hello. What do we have going on? Weather Week's on now. Is there a Wednesday, March 27th? That's not for a while. Okay. A week and a half, there's a Rocket Takeover. So that's cool. Verdant Wonders, Thursday, March 21st. So that's this week. $8 to get a Zarude. Don't get me started on that. Some Flower Crown stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Maybe I'll cover that. There's a couple Pokemon in there that I would do stuff for. And that's it. Whoa. This is rough. Okay. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.